Hello everyone, welcome back to Sadiq's Rabbitry. My name is Sadiq, a young and passionate rabbit farmer here in Ghana. So today's video, I want to share my ideas with you guys on how I was able to build this 5-in-1 cages with 2-tier system, which makes it 10 cages on a stand, right? So this is the caging setup that's at my back, and I want to share with you guys some dimensions I used for the cage setup and how I was able to implement some ideas from this YouTube and implementing it on the cage setup as well. If you are new to the channel, you are highly welcomed. If you have already subscribed, well, you are welcome as well. If you are new to the channel, just don't forget to subscribe. Just click on that red button right there, just some few seconds, click on it for me, and I would really appreciate that. So without further ado, let's get in. Now with this structure you can see here, this two structure that you can see here is a combination of the 1x1 wire mesh and the half-by-1 wire mesh, which I highly recommend for you guys to start making cage with it, right? So let me just give you a gist on the caging system, the gates, the doors, how we've implemented some of the ideas that we've learned already. So at this side you can see I have a 1 feet by 1 feet door, right, frame, and this is the cage itself, and this is the locker that I usually use, right, which you just open it like this and you open, right? So it's 1 feet by 2, no sorry 1 feet by 1, but with this side I have added some few inches in terms of making easy access for the nesting boxes, so I increase this side, but with this side it's 1 feet. Okay, so it's just easy to open, easy to close, and as you can see I used the M clippers for my caging system, right? I use the M clippers for my caging system, and it's really easy. It makes your work really super easy. So when you just put it on top, you clip it and that's it. And now, so as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. With this 5-in-1 cage, it's 10 feet by 2 feet, right? To be able to help the rabbits be comfortable, right? So 10 feet by 2 feet, and each cage is divided 2 feet by 2 feet, right? Each cage is divided 2 feet by 2 feet, and the height of this cage is 18 inches, right? So with this is the top cage, the first tier on top, and with this one, that's the down one. It has a slope. If you check this side, it has a slope to the downside, so it makes the paw of the rabbit easily to drop down. So this, as I said earlier, is a 10 feet cage, and this is the 1x1 wire mesh. This is what I use for the side by side and the top of the cage, and I use the half-by-1 for front and back, and that's what I use to divide the cages as well. Now from this angle you can see that we have a slope to the downside, right, making it easy for the urine and poop to just drop down the cage, right? So with this side we'll be putting a roofing sheet on top, making it easy to clean and all. So as you can see, this just a normal one, this is just a normal one because that's the top cage, that's the first tier, and this is the second tier, right? And it's divided in 5, right? So with this 2x2, if let's say you want to use it for winners, then it can accumulate at least 3 rabbits in 1 cage, 3 rabbits in 1 cage. But with this my plan for the future, right, to be able to increase my stock and go in to produce more rabbits, just in case I don't have that much space, but I'll just try to implement this one on the farm for this time, so that we can increase our stock. Now from this side all the gates are opened, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's pretty long, right? It's long, and I hope you can use it. And one thing I want to add up to this cage is our nipple system, right? That's what I want to add up to this cage, the nipple system. I think each cage will have one at the side of the cage, one 1 1 1. Okay, so the pipe will be lined up from the start of the cage. It moves to this side, it rolls down and get back to that side, right? So with that we can get a bucket at the side, so that when we pour the water in, then we can have it flow through all the pipes. Now let me take you guys through the tools that I've been using to accomplish this caging setup, right? So firstly, I have my right hand gloves, using it to protect my hands, but still I get some injuries as well, so that's just part of it, right? So I have my plier here, or cutter, and I have my zip blockers, right? So this is how it is. This is how the zip locker looks like, and it's really helpful. If you look at this side, that's what I used to just get this locker in touch with the gate, right? So it just comes back, right? So that's the work of the zip clipper, and it's really helpful, right? It's really helpful. And I have my M clipper, right? This it's plier, the M clipper, it's plier, and this is the clip itself, right? So it comes with its box like this. This is how it looks like. So once I open it, it's just like this. So it has some rubber attached at the back right here, so I'll just remove the rubbers and just get this one right here to help me with the cage setup, right? So if you want to start making your cages, you need to have some few tools in touch before you can start, right? And if I say you need some tools, I don't just say you should have random tools around to start making your cages with, especially with the wire mesh cages, right? You need to have specific tools for specific jobs, right? So I have this scatter tool right here, which makes it super easy to remove out unwanted wire mesh that's left on the cages. And there's the root plier too. With that, it helps me to attach the wire mesh like this, attach it before clipping with the M clipper right there. So if you see this side, I have been using the M clipper. The olden days, I have been using the same wire mesh to do the same job, right? So with that, I will just leave the long spring on the wire mesh, right? Then I'll use it to attach the cage again. But I've seen that with that, it's really waste time, right? It really wastes time. And with the M clippers now, it's super easy for you to finish up a cage within a day or two. So the M clipper has taken part of this cage, like almost every corner of the cage you can see the M clipper. And I don't think, from my experience, I've not been using it. This is the time I've been using it. So from my experience, I hope it will last longer, right? It will last longer for me. And there's it from the outside, and there's it from the inside. Okay, so we have the half by one at the back, half by one for the bottom, and 1 by 1 at the top. Okay, and at the side too, I have the half by half. So as you can see, this is the type of setup I have currently at the backyard, but with that, it's just like mini ones. They are 2-in-1 cages, and 2-in-1 cages, and a long cage without any division in it. So with this cage that I am done with, I will let you guys have more detailed video on it after I complete with the stands, right? With the 4 stands right there, with the stands. After I finish, I'll go into details how I brought up this idea of this cage setup, right? And how far it can take me when using it, okay? So this is the cage right here. Now, for some preventive measures, I will make sure that at the entrance it will be smooth for the rabbit when taking it inside. Alright, so that the rabbit won't get scratched by the net. So when I'm done, I will make sure that every corner of the gate has been smoothly done. Right, it has been smoothly done, like the way you see this ones. It has been smoothly done to prevent any injury when putting the rabbit inside, and it's easy to open and close. Right now, one thing is that, as you can see with this, I've been opening it this way, but with the other ones it opens at the top rather. Right, so I have been thinking that, okay, maybe if we do it sideways like this, like these ones, it will be very helpful. You see, with the ones I open to the top, sometimes I don't have a way to make it stand. I'll do whatever I want to do and just close it back. Right, every time I open it, it will be on my hands, and doing things, maybe breathing, becomes very difficult. Right, so that's why I brought up this idea of making the cage this way. Now I'll be wrapping up this video so that it won't be long enough for you guys, and as I said earlier, I'll be bringing into details how this cage was set up. Right, so I'll be bringing you videos, like 2 or 3 videos of it, showing you into details how I brought up this idea of this cage setup and how long I will be planning to use it. Right, so if you want to use this type of cage, then you should be waiting for that video as well. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the video, and if you are new to the channel, hey, don't forget to click that red button in front of you right there. Just 2 seconds, just click on it right now for me, and I'll be grateful for that as well. So until next time, peace out.